Well, hey guys, from what you can see, I went and bought the BOA tank, $300 later. This is what I got. It's a pretty nice tank. It's pretty awesome. It's got foam insulation on the bottom so heat doesn't escape when it's up on stilts. It's got air ventilation in the front here to help circulate in the bottom portion of the tank. You can see I bought 2 showcase locks to slide up on the bars here to keep the panes of glass locked. It comes with a lock, but when you're putting this much money into reptiles that you're going to be breeding and that you care for, you don't want somebody breaking into your house and stealing something that you care and put so much money into. I don't know exactly the size of it because it's just a special custom-made tank. It's not like a gallon or anything. Yeah, right now I'm just going to show you step by step how I'm going to be putting it together. And first I'm going to be putting in some Cypress Gold mulch. That's it, sir. As you can see, I've put the Cypress mulch inside. I've patted it down so that way it's not too loose in there. Just because it's a little prickly, I found when I was putting it in there, so I patted it down so it wouldn't be like sharp edges poking them or scratching them while they're sliding around. You can use other substrates. It's just that this is what they told me to put in there at the reptile store that I went to. And it was $30 for a giant bag of mulch. It was pretty much the same thing that you can buy like any garden surplus store. Yeah, so I put that in there. Now I bought these accessories. I cut out a piece of the foam insulation on the left here for a heat pad. I cut it out because, you know, it's going to melt. So I cut out a space at least an inch or all the way around it so it can't heat up the foam. I bought this cave. I'm going to put it over top of the heat pad right there, with the door facing that way. That way they don't have to worry about when they're in there seeing all the trafficking going on in here when I'm climbing in and out of the room. And it makes it look like they can see farther into the forest instead of seeing up to a wall and then a room. I bought this wicked looking mossy tree branch. It's made of some kind of like acrylic. It's they're breakable, so you gotta be gentle with them when you're putting them in there. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna place that just over here, just hanging out right over there. And giant water dish for them to bathe in and soak themselves. Place that on the cooler side of the tank, just underneath that branch. And you guys want to bury this stuff. You know, like if you have something like this that hangs out over in an angle, you don't want to just place it on the top and let it go. It has little pieces that go further down so you can bury it, because it is a little top heavy, and if they push it, you don't want that falling on your boa and hurting it. Alright, so now that's buried. I picked up this beautiful wood. I think it's called like cherry oak or something like that. It's from like Africa. It's like these dark brown and bright beige pieces. They go real nice. Have lots of angles and pieces sticking out for them to climb over. Stick that right in there. There you go. And another piece. I found this wicked looking piece in a fish tank store. Apparently I guess they sink this down or something, but it's made of the same wood. and they actually sell it cheaper than what they do at reptile stores. They sell this stuff like $8.99 by the pound. So I spent like $36 on those 3 pieces. This thing cost me $2. $2 for that. And that's exactly what you want for a boa. This on an angle so they can climb up and rest on each of the perches. It's real nice. Put that in there. Find a place where it sticks. Just like that. Lots of places to hide inside the wood. They can crawl inside there, climb up on top, hang around. Next step is to put some vines in there and some bushes. Taylor, what are you doing? Helping? Thanks, bud. And this is it after I twisted 2 large vines together and placed them in there just to help support everything and hold it all in there so things don't roll over or fall on top of the boas. And so they have a little bit more of something to climb on. Now I'm going to put some plants inside the tank to create some more shades and places where they can hide. One of them I'm going to place just up here, just on top of the branches, so if they want to hide up in the branches, they don't have to worry about being seen. They can hide up there, relax. One back here, just going over top of the wood. And then another one just over top of this part of the wood, so that way hides the inner part of these pieces of wood. And there you go. This is my salmon boa tank. Hope they like their new home and that they'll have a good rest of their life. And hopefully be happy enough to give me some baby boas.